Welcome to the show. I'm Jay. That's Steve.
Hey!
Now let's get to it. Alright. I said no last night, whatever, you know. Okay, so, a Dragon Ball Super. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
How loud am I?
You're good.
I think I'm a little quiet. Okay, there we go. Alright. On Dragon Ball Super, Goku finds the last two members for the Tournament of Power. While some of Teen's past interferes with the recruitment process. And turns the start of the Golden Wind Requiem. On Assassination Classroom, the E-Class gives a sniper chances to kill Kuroro-sensei, and they make the most of the trip. On Fire Force, Shinra shares his past with So as their bond deepened, and they seek Along's help when one of their members is injured. And Naruto is forbidden. Lingering Snow. And on Demon Slayer, when Tenshinhan heads for months, when Turtle to the demon, Tenshinhan goes to the smell of blood on the inside of the temple. And now to Steve for the rest.
Yes, thank you very much. And by the way, I'm going to send you a link. I was just yutzing around trying to find some international TV websites, and I caught the Mexican Cartoon Network. Let's just put it this way. Strange when you were watching Justice League Girls. Strange. But it was interesting. I don't know if they have the Mexican version of Toonami, but it's something to check on. Might just do that. Senor Tom and Senorita Sparkler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get... Yes?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, kitties and kiddies, kitties and kiddos. Let's get to your entertainment nachos of the week and the box office. And right now, as we take a look at things, let's see. We got Liam Neeson's action pick Honest Thief nabbed $4 million. 10 o'clock's past 50 million in U.S., 334 million worldwide in the box office. Demon Slayer killed it with a record opening in the international box office. And let's see what else is happening as I hold on for dear life. Oh, that's it. So that's it for the box office right now, but we're getting better, sort of. Okay, what do we got here? Boom, 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 boom. All right, here we go. Over to the tubulus. Okay, Lovecraft County creator Misha Green on tonight's finale, Season 2, and Meaningful Sacrifice. Kanye West responds to SNL sketch, claims show used black people to hold other black people back. Star Trek Discovery has been renewed for season fall by CBS All Access and gets a production start date. And let's see, Windy City Rehab ends the season, but there's some legal trouble for the HGTV series. And we got two passages to Ring R10, Doreen Montalvo, television Broadway actress known for Mrs. Doubtfire and On Your Feet, was 56, and she may have been a co-star, but she stole the show. Conchita Ferrell, who played the Sassy maid on Two and a Half Men, was 77 when she passed away. Let's ring that bell to the roll of 10. Alrighty. Let's go to the Windy City Rehab for a detail, shallst we? Here we go. We shallst and we are. The popular HGTV series Windy City Rehab has reached the end of its second drama-filled season as host Alison Victoria Gramenos had to call a timeout on the finale to deal with some bad legal news while on camera. But even though the season reached the finish line, the host's legal problems are apparently far from over. People reports that the owners of a house featured on Windy City Rehab tried to freeze Victoria's financial assets amid an ongoing lawsuit. Anna and James Morrissey, who purchased the house featured on Season 1 of the series, filed a motion October 8th seeking to prevent Gramenos from, quote, dissipating her assets, including selling any property which she owns or controls. According to Gramenos' attorney, the court has denied the motion. The Morrissey sued Gramenos and her former business partner, general contractor and developer Donovan Eckhart, in December 2019. The couple filed a new lawsuit on September 20th of this year, adding the production company for the show, Big Table Media, and Discovery Inc., which owns HGTV. The lawsuit alleges shoddy work, including leaks and water penetration, a crooked front door, crumbling exterior motor, and problems with the roof and garage. In the Season 2 finale, Gramenos received a phone call about a second lawsuit from another couple. She said on camera, "If you only knew what comes into my phone. I have people coming out of the woodwork. I have homeowners that are being contacted by the press. All I ever did and all I ever done is design. Honestly, sorry guys, I'm freaking out." She then exited the camera interview. Later upon her return, she admitted, "I'm just dealing with a nightmare." So is HGTV. It is not said whether the show will return for a third season. Can we say not on your life? I think Windy City Rehab had just blown it. Okay. A little bit more. Die Hard fans were all at Twitter when there was buzz surrounding a mystery tease in regards to the iconic Bruce Willis action pick. His daughter, Rumor, that's right, you're going to love this. Where is it here? His daughter, Rumor Willis, treated the tease as did Deverell White, who played limo driver Argyle from the '88 movie. Turns out that all the hype was for a different Die Hard, the former Sears car battery brand. The 2-minute commercial, kept in the spirit of the movie, brings us on a journey with Willis's legendary hero, John McClane, as he sets out to buy a new Die Hard battery from an advanced auto parts store after his car battery dies. There are nods to the original movie, including John's wise-ass demeanor, his escape through the air vent, as well as cameos from White as Argyle and Clarence Gilliard Jr. as Die Hard baddie Theo. There are plenty of action moments, including signature Die Hard fisticuffs and blockbuster-worthy explosions. And at the very end, Argyle says, "Yippee-ki-yay," to which McClane says, "Hey, that's my line." See what they did there? If you want to see the commercial, Deadline.com will have it. Enjoy, if you care to enjoy. I have no idea why. Okay, let's keep going. And for those of you that love your election special with a little slice of Stephen Colbert, you're in luck. Well, you have Showtime. Stephen Colbert is returning to Showtime for another live election night special. The host of The Late Show, start with Stephen Colbert on the corporate love ship CBS, will front Stephen Colbert's Election Night 2020, Democracy's Last Stand, Building Back America, Great Again, Better 2020. It marks the second live election special for Colbert after he hosted Stephen Colbert's Live Election Night Democracy Series finale, Who's Going to Clean Up This, in 2016. Special will allow the late-night host the freedom to cover the election night without advertising, while its normal network, CBS, will be airing straight-laced election news coverage. The show will start up at 11 p.m. Eastern, November 3rd. Guests will include Charlemagne the God, who is set to host his own late-night talk show on Comedy Central, and Alex Wagner, John Heilemann, and Mark McKinnon, host of Showtime's The Slakis. Colbert said when asked, "It's going to be a great night, although my therapist has reminded me America has to want to change." End quote. The special will air live from Colbert's virtual underground political bunker without an audience due to COVID-19 protocols. It is executive produced by the Colbert's Late Show team and also executive produced by Colbert, Chris Lech, Tom Purcell, and some guy named Jean Stewart. Okay, a couple more little bits of entertainment news, and then we go somewhere where no explanation will seem to follow. Okay. Adele will host Saturday Night Live next week with the musical guest H.E.R. Now, the Conway West story, let's just get to it, because here we go. Kanye West made the news again. He fired back at Saturday Night Live for putting him down during one of last night's sketches. In the sketch, which featured SNL host for the evening Issa Rae, along with Kenan Thompson and Ego Nwodim, the imaginary talk show Your Voice Chicago asked about election candidate choices. Rae slammed the chances of Kanye West as president. Kanye West as president. She said, "Kanye, F him." The remark followed her saying she would vote for everyone black, a play on her remarks at the 2017 Emmys when she said she would root for everyone black. Jack Black. That's about it. West gave his take on the remark on Sunday morning via Twitter. "I've always said SNL uses black people to hold other black people back. My heart goes out to Issa Rae. I'm praying for her and her family. I know that the 20 years of service that I've paid in the entertainment field has furthered our ability to be more successful." Yeah. And this guy wants to be president. Oh boy. Hey. Ain't gonna happen. Speaking of which, the aforementioned Saturday Night Live with Issa Rae and musical guest Justin Bieber drew a 4.5 rating household live plus same day rating in the 44 meter local market, and a 2.0 adults 18 to 49 rating in the 25 market with local people meters. That was down a notch from last week's show hosted by Bill Burr. Wow. All right. And by the way, I'm loving the holiday season Christmas face mask. It's a nice Santa Claus look. Okay, we got about 13 minutes. Let's get over to the wrestling portion of this little show. That's why it's called Wrestle-Anime Hut. We'll talk about the stories we're not going to touch. We don't touch on, of course, the L2C. Bret Hart, you know him. Well, He recently spoke in depth about his favorite tag team partner, the late great Jim the Anvil Neidhart, on the Confessions of the Hitman web series. Talked about another former tag team partner. This time, Hart shared his thoughts on WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg in the episode entitled The Nature of the Business. Among other things, Hart discussed getting concussed and retired by an errant sidekick by Goldberg, what the clumsy kick ultimately cost Hart, and why the true nature of the professional wrestling business is putting your opponent's health and safety above your own. According to Hart, Goldberg was a gorilla that no one taught how to work safely. Even though Hart liked Goldberg interpersonally, the former Atlanta Falcon was dangerous, roided up, and sported a work rate of 0 to 10. 0 out of 10, excuse me. Goldberg was a gorilla, Hart recalled. Goldberg was a guy that nobody seemed to have taught how wrestling really works. He seemed to think that he could just pick a guy up and slam him through the mat as hard as you could, and that was good wrestling. But I always liked Bill as a person. His wrestling, his work rate was, well, 0 out of 10. Like everything, he did hurt everything. He could tie you up. He could tie up with you and hurt you. He'd tie up with himself and hurt himself. He was one of those guys that I don't think understood ever that it's supposed to look like it hurt, but it's not supposed to really hurt. And he had so many people praising him because he'd run you over like a car. Like he'd football tackle you with no pads on. He's all jacked up and roided up, and he's about 280 pounds. He might as well have had a real car just drive over the top of you. He'd line up, just run you down. Apparently Goldberg injured the legendary Haku by spiking him on his head during a body slam. Goldberg did a body slam to a guy named Haku, but he body slammed him straight down, head first, right into the ring, and Haku was out of wrestling, maybe ended his career. I know he got hurt with a neck injury, and he was out for a really long time. Goldberg was really dangerous to work with. You never knew what he was going to do or going to hurt you with. Everything he did was dangerous. The kick was a work of a total, like somebody who had absolutely no skill at all. He literally threw me into the ropes and tried to kick my head off my shoulders, like there was no working aspect to it. There was no way you can do it without hurting somebody, and the thing with Bill was that all the I'm sorry's in the world don't mean anything when you hurt somebody for real. Hart claimed that Goldberg never checked up on him despite ending his illustrious professional wrestling career, and even excused his recklessness as the nature of the business. Hart countered that the nature of the professional wrestling business is actually to protect each other. Now, during the interview, Hart stated that he would have been paid out in full like Goldberg and Hulk Hogan when WWE bought WCW, but he only lasted 10 months into his WCW deal before getting concussed. The Hitman claimed that Goldberg's reckless kick ultimately cost him $15 million. It also, besides costing Hart $15 million, the clumsy kick also cost Hart his health, as the best there is, was, and will ever will be, never suffered from head problems prior to the kick. According to Hart, he had to sue Lloyd of London because the insurer tried to back out of his policy, saying he had undisclosed head injuries, which was not true. I had to sue Lloyd's of London for my settlement, which they did everything humanely possible to not pay me. I don't think that's something common to all insurance companies, but they just flat out refused to pay me and said I had a history of concussions that I kept secret from them, which was actually never the case. I was never diagnosed with a concussion, nor do I remember ever having any. And there's a lot more to that story than meets the epaulet. So go to WrestlingInc.com for the remainder of the story. Speaking of stories, why was Raw Underground all of a sudden bye-byed? Well, WWE is reportedly set to discontinue Raw Underground, the shoot-style fights that were introduced by Shane McMahon in August during an episode of Monday Night Raw. According to the somewhat accurate, to a point, Dave Meltzer, Raw Underground is considered done for right now. The report noted that the segment was initially dropped for a few weeks due to the COVID-19 breakout and fear that extras in the crowd may have been exposed to the virus. However, That is no longer the case. Even with almost everyone involved in the Raw Underground team back to work, the word is that WWE will no longer produce the shoot-style fights. Meltzer also noted, and please take what Meltzer says with a grain of Morton's. He also noted that due to recent WWE draft, Raw Underground segments wouldn't have fit as easily into the show. He also mentioned how WWE was trying to keep NXT talent, who served as the extras on Raw Underground, away from Raw and SmackDown talent as much as possible due to the fear of another COVID-19 outbreak. Raw Underground took place for 8 straight weeks on Raw, starting from August 3rd till September 21st. However, it hasn't been featured since then. The last big Raw Underground match pitted Braun Strowman against Dabakato. Will there be more updates? Could be. But man, oh man, come on. That was Shane McMahon's baby. Yeah, well, whatever. And here we go. The Young Bucks, excuse me for a moment, they taunted the Dark Order members before the upcoming AEW tag match. Wednesday's Dynamite featured Private Party versus John Silver and Alex Reynolds versus the Butcher and Blade versus the Young Bucks, with the winners facing World Tag Team Champions are sent at Fuller, who they thought would win. The Young Bucks responded with many of their major achievements as a tag team, then picked Dark Order, Silver, and Reynolds to win. 7-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, 3-time ROH Tag Team Champions, 4-time PWG Tag Team Champions, 2-time Sports Illustrated Tag Team of the Year, 5-time WON Tag Team of the Year, WON Tag Team of the Decade. So Alex and John will probably win. So they said. Silver wrote back to Matt and Nick with some of his and Reynolds' own achievements. 4-time Best Kisser Award, 2-time Best Tap Dancer Award, 29-time Most Handsome Boy, 5-time Coolest Muscle, 7-time Best Hair, Alex. Sports Illustrated most likely beat the crap out of the Young Bucks. So there you go. Hoy. Anyway, speaking of which, let's take you to the ratings before we say our au revoirs here. AEW ranked 19th in Cable Top. Yep, okay. Cable Top 150 for the 1849 demo. NXT went to ranked number 56. AEW ranked in ranked number 67 in total viewership, while NXT ranked number 76. Dynamite drew 866,000 viewers. Wow. And ranked 12th in Cable 150 and 68th in viewership. How did the other little show do? The little show that could? Wednesday's Dynamite, 753,000 viewers on TNT, topping the 639,000 viewers garnered by last night by NXT's TakeOver 31 Fallout Edition on the USA Network, according to Showbuzz Daily. And there you go. And there you go, Jay.
Well, I think that's about it.
Okay, that's it for us. May the llama be with you, and may it never spit upwind. Till then, for Jay, I'm the Baxman. For the Brain, I'm the Baxman. This has been a presentation of Brainwave Entertainment in association with in association with Mystifying Creativity Productions for Spreaker. See you next week.
Bye.